Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I am attempting to get through a couple videos before my voice goes. I did not just wake up, and yet he is on one. I dropped a candle in here. It wasn't on. It was just a glass can, I didn't break anything. Just dropped on the floor, like one little poof, and Maverick is on one. He has decided there is like killer aliens in the house. Does not matter if I assure him that it's me. He's bound and determined I could not possibly have made the noise of a candle thumping against the carpet of my floor. So I apologize. I normally don't close the door on him, but he's being a little crazy. He's being cranky too, because I'm sure it's like 4 or 5 in the morning. And he was asleep, and he thought I misled him, and he thought we were going upstairs. But what I was doing was coming in here to talk to you guys for a little bit, because I don't know what my voice is going to sound like in the morning. So I figured I would get a couple videos done tonight for, just go over the next, like today. It'll be today for you guys now, but today and tomorrow at least, and then see where my voice is. I've also got a fun little, I get these weird, they're not styes, because I know when I describe this, people are going to say, like, you have a stye. They're like, they are like pimples, but they're not, they're clogged pores. I know I've said it before, and I know a pimple is a clogged pore, but they're like clogged, like where your eyelashes are too. It's not infected hair. It's not what the eye doctor said either, but I'm literally supposed to like massage it and stuff, and it's a lot. And they're not like, gross, like a pimple that's gonna like pop or something. Like it's not like that, but it kind of is. Anyway, I have one starting right here. So that just is coinciding with me being sick. I'm hoping that I wake up in the morning and that is just gone. Sometimes it makes my eye puff out and like this big like pocket, like from here down to like here, that's like a little swollen and dark, and it kind of looks like I got punched in the eye sometimes. I have been avoiding camera, and when that has happened, it's only happened once in the last, I don't know, year or so, but it had happened before that. It had happened multiple times. Anyway, totally not what this video is about. Just saying, if my voice doesn't sound great, it is because I'm sick. If I'm sniffling, it's because I am sick. But I got something. I got finally my reissued part of my order, because it came in two shipments of my Michaels order. And I have also a store haul, because I couldn't say no and went and got more at the store, because I had vouchers. I had a voucher that was expiring originally, which is why I placed the order online that came in 2 separate orders. And then in buying that, I got another voucher. So that's why I went to the store when I was out. I think my friend Nate and I were out, and I went to the store, and I had a weird bump on my elbow too. Jeez, I'm falling apart. Anyway, sorry. And in getting that yarn, I have another voucher. So there will be a little bit more Michaels yarn. Because, I don't know what my problem is, but if I have, say, a $5 or a $10 voucher, I don't just spend somewhere near $5 or $10. I go, oh, well, that's a $10 off coupon to buy whatever I want, And I told you guys I had been stressed out recently. So I did a little retail therapy, which I shouldn't have done, but I did. I'm using it though. I'm using it. Anyway, without further ado, I'll show you this stuff in the order that I received it. So it's going to be, sorry, I have something on my arm. it's going to be the first half of the mail order, then a bag from the store, then the second part because they had to reissue it and send it. And that came in a timely manner. So I don't know. I don't know if there was yarn hanging out in limbo or what, but let me show you what I got. And I blame, since I got blamed once before, I do blame Erin from Crafting Kitty. This is your fault. Even if she does not have these exact colors, this is still her fault. I'm going to show you the part that's her fault first. Her fault first. The first thing that I got was Karen's Skinny Cakes. I got 2 of these beautiful colors. I got these because, and I already have 2 of these, and I have 2 of a different color. These are the newer ones, right? But Erin is doing a make-along. Like, she's not hosting it, she's participating in it. And she is making this beautiful Granny Ripple, I think, blanket. And she is using this color. And like I said, I had 2 of them. My 2 were going to be, I was like, oh, it'll be a nice big shawl, big wrap. Like, you know me, my yardage, I can't estimate anything regardless. So I just buy in excess, right? But that all went out the window when I was thinking shawl or wrap, because Erin made this beautiful blanket. And even if I don't make the same one, or, you know, I might have to copycat you, but even if I don't make the same one, I liked the idea of this being a blanket. So I had 2, so I bought 2 more. If you are unfamiliar with Karen's Skinny Cakes, let me give you the lowdown real quick on them. They're a light 3-weight yarn, which I would agree. I mean, I would think they're comparable in size to like mandalas. If you've had a mandala before or seen them in the store in Walmart or Joann's or I think Michael's also. I would assume Michael's, but anyway, one of my Michael's is so tiny I don't remember what kind of yarn they have. Anywho, where was I? Getting this backwards. Light 3, suggested knitting needle size is a 4mm, and that's the same as the crochet hook that they suggest, a 4mm, which is a USG. It is 100% acrylic. It is machine washable and dryable. Do not iron. Do not bleach. Do not dry clean, I think. These gorgeous cakes of yarn are 8.8 ounces, which is 250 grams. It's 795 yards, which is 727 meters. It has a little like printed on sticker looking thing that says no wool. So for everybody who can't, and I just said it's 100% acrylic, I guess, right? Where were you made? Where were you made? Made in India. And this is in the color Fruit Punch. It has these, beautiful pinks. It has yellow in it and kind of like a peachy coral. And I don't know, it's so pretty. And we discussed this before, but I have been gravitating like 3 separate ways, kind of, right? I have been gravitating towards my normal, looks like it came from your grandpa's closet or grandma's basement in the 80s, or, you know, like that aesthetic, like the 80s look of like copper, gold, avocado green, browns, cream colors. Like that's me to a T. I love it. Or I've been going like neons, very 80s also. I guess my aesthetic is just the different parts of the 80s. I don't know. But very like neon-y, and along with the neon, some like bright pinks and such. So this kind of like fell into that category for me. Pink, and specifically pink, is not like a very, very heather color. I don't have anything against pink. It's just not super, like I'm black. and, you know, dark dreary colors, and I'm definitely a purple girl. And, and the other colors I've been like kind of gravitating towards a lot are, rainbow, just rainbow, you know, I've been, whatever makes me happy is what I've been like craving, right? So these fell into that category. I was listening also to Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too, and she's gotten some of these before, and she was commenting, like, her and I both have skinny cakes from past and present, and she was noting that they looked like they had not like a glitter, like, so there's no like metallic streaks running through it or anything, but almost like a little bit of a shimmer or sheen. And like at first I was like, no, I've seen them in the store. No, that's not right. But then I really started looking because I thought about what Nancy was saying, and it is almost like, I don't know, like there's like a random like shine. It's not like a Karen Simply Soft where it's like it's going to have that shine to the yarn. It doesn't have a glitter running through it. It's really odd to explain. I don't know if it's just a random fiber catching the light or what, but she's kind of right. She's kind of right. But anyway, it's not a glitter yarn by any means. I thought I'd bring that up because she's kind of right. But I got 2 of those anyway. So that'll make 4 for my collection. I think Erin stopped at 3 for her blanket, if I remember right. But you know me and my big blankets, and 4 just sounds good, you know? The other one I got, which was also a flavor of skinny cake, is called Banana. And I also have 2 of these, but for the same reason that I thought this would make such a pretty blanket, I got 2 more of them to have 4. But these colors are more so heather. Like, I know I said browns and such, but there is like, let me see if it'll focus, and there's like a yellow, like a brighter yellow, and then a more muted yellow, and then a straight up like goldenrod, like gold color yellow, not goldenrod, just gold. And then there's a creamy white, and then there is this aqua-y blue. And I don't know, to me, like, especially if I were able to get like a 3-weight just brown yarn and mix along with it, this to me isn't bananas, but it is like 70s, 50s, 60s, like vintage, you know, where this teal blue like ruled around a lot. There was a lot of gold still, I believe, in the 60s too. I remember my grandma having like old like furniture, old like cookware and dishes, and I know there was gold sprinkled in there pretty healthily. But yeah, this is a little bit more me on my normal, you know, color palette. So yeah, I had to get the vintage looking one. So I got 2 of those, and they're the same stats as the original one, so I'm not going to go over those again. The other thing in this box, and this is Samantha's fault from Amethyst Craftworks, not for the color. I'll explain why in a moment, but I got some more of these beautiful cloud cakes, which they're repeats again, right? Because I had already had 2 of these. But first of all, this is heather colors. This is it. Now I will say in camera, and I mentioned this when I got them before, in camera, to me, in pictures, on the websites, in videos, everything, to me, this right here by my finger, this looked like a brown to me. So I was looking at it more of brown, orange, gold, that, you know, and it's really it's a red. It's a reddish, like almost like a coppery red. Here, let me get it right up in your face and maybe see, it is not brown. Like, I don't know if it was just me and wishful thinking. I don't know if I just didn't look close enough. To me back here, it looks brown. In case you are like-minded, it is definitely a reddish color, as you saw. But that's okay, because this is still very, very, very heather, right? I go for like the fall-y looking richness and it's like sunset, however you want to, like, whatever type of palette you want to think about these colors spread out across. I love that. And paired with a brown, this would be quite stunning. Plus cloud cakes are just, I mean, I could do this and go to sleep. Besides the fact that I'm trying to get my videos done and go to sleep, any time of day I could. It's beautiful. I love this yarn so much. It is called Sunflare, in case you were wondering. Let me run down the stats real quick. It says it's a medium 4-weight. Is there a loose? I don't know, just like, this is kind of loose. It says it's a medium 4-weight, and this is quite fluff, right? Here. It's right in the middle of the yarn, so it's kind of hard for me to... It's quite fluffy, velvety fluffy. It's a bit delicate, just to warn you guys, if you're a tight crocheter, it's a bit delicate. I would think that they want you to treat it like a 4-weight, not only because of the fluff, but because you want it to be like a looser, flowy stitch so you don't break it when you're working with it, right? But if you're just looking at thickness, I would call it a 3 to be generous, maybe even a 2. It's not a 4, but like, should you treat it like a 4? Probably. I did, with the blanket that I made, I used an H hook, which I use H hooks for a lot of things. I think for a 4-weight, most people would use a slightly bigger hook than that, but I use H hook for that, and H hook seemed to work really well for this. I'll probably use an H hook again, unless I mix it with something else. So anyway, sidetracked with the medium 4, they suggest a US size 7 needle, which is a 4.5 millimeter for knitting needles. And the same for a crochet hook, a 4.5 millimeter, which is a US 7, is machine washable and dryable. It is 100% polyester, which is where that fluff, and it's not fluff like a latte cake, but it's just fluff and lightweightness and just soft, beautiful bliss. I have suggested before, even if you have no intention of buying one, if you have the ability to go to a Michael's, to grab a cake, a cloud cake, and just feel it, your worries will melt away. Like, it's a dream. It is a dream. I got distracted again. 100% polyester, 8.5 ounces, which is 240 grams, 760 yards, which is 695 meters. And where were you made? Is it Turkey? Is it Turkey? No, it's made in China. Made in China. So I got 2 of these also. In this, that was everything that came originally. And I knew I had ordered some more, right? Which, by the way, if we're counting, I said I had 2. This brings me up to 4 of these beautiful, luscious wonderfuls, right? Which actually, now that I think about it, probably was enough. I'm just saying. For what I have in mind. Now, why is this Samantha's fault? Samantha and I we have been talking about wanting to have this just like safe, happy coziness, which for me personally, and I think I can speak for Samantha, but for me personally, I could really use that right now. I could really, really use it. And honestly, like, cloud cakes paired with latte cakes, to me, is probably the most luscious thing I could think of, right, to surround yourself with. And we were thinking about, if you've ever seen or thought about like a sleep sack, basically, like a snuggle sack, maybe not to sleep in, but a snuggle sack. Each making one, so kind of doing like a make-along together for ourselves. And I wanted to pair this yarn with, of course, I don't have one in reach right now, but I have quite a few of the brown and tan latte cakes that I think are coconut cream pie, but I could be very wrong about that. I thought the two together would just be beautiful. But the need for a cloud cake that, yes, I find aesthetically this pleasing to match with a latte cake that I find aesthetically that pleasing, that is Samantha's fault. It's not a bad thing, but it is your fault, Samantha. Okay, so those are what came. And I said, that's not everything. So I was waiting, and while I was waiting for that to come, I got the voucher in for it, and I took another trip to Michael's, to one of the brick and mortar stores, specifically to the one that's in that direction, in case you're ever keeping up on the directions of my yarn stores. Now what I got here, I actually ended up putting quite a bit back, because I just had a ton of things in my hand, and Nate, my friend Nate, was with me, and he was just like, "You're getting this and this and this and that." So I didn't. I got a couple things. He wasn't shaming me. He doesn't yarn shame, but he was trying to reel me in, you know. So what I got was this beautiful. These are all the same color, but they look quite different. But this beautiful, beautiful loops and threads yarn. It is called, I feel like I should know what it's called. Come on. Impressions. I did know what it was called. I don't know why I doubt myself. And this color is in the colors Saltwater Taffy, I believe. Yes, Saltwater Taffy. So I'm going to just set some of it down, and I'm going to just show you one. This one. This is the lucky one. But it has all these beautiful colors. Pinks, the blues, the golds. Well, not gold. Yeah, there's some gold too, I suppose, like orangey gold. It's just like a pastel-y rainbow, right? It is gorgeous. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the Impressions yarn, if you happen to be familiar with a yarn they don't have anymore that was loops and threads, Barcelona, I have some of the Barcelona that they had clearanced out when they got rid of that. It's the same stuff. I'm just going to say it's the same. It's different colors, but it's the same. The stats really quick, they consider this a bulky 5. I would agree that it's a 5. It's not terribly bulky, and I don't like big thick yarns, and I've been working with other colors of this just fine. So I would agree that it's a 5 weight. They suggest a 6mm, which is a US 10 knitting needle, and also a 6mm, which is a US J hook for a crochet hook. It is 100% acrylic. It says machine wash cold, tumble dry low, no non-chlorine bleach only, iron using low heat, dry clean using any solvent. Where were you made? Again, the color is Saltwater Taffy. And where were you made? Where were you made? Made in Turkey. So I picked up, my store had 4 of them. And I know I just held them up for you, but just to, you know, since we're talking about it now, the number that I got 4 of those. And I love them. And I think I had 2 or 3 of these already. Don't fall, stuff for my next video. You shouldn't see. I was going to say, you should see the table in front of me. You shouldn't see it. It's a mess, you guys. Between this video, the next couple videos, it's a mess. And the other thing that I picked up was another of the Impressions. When Impressions first debuted, this color was amongst them. It is the color Tapestry. I say tapestry. But to me, first of all, I love this like dark palette. But to me, I know I made this comment before. This reminds me, you know, if you've been around, if you're one of my OGs, anything like that, even if you've been around for a few videos at this point, you know my obsession with Stranger Things. You know it, right? So if you're familiar with the upside down, to me, this is the upside down. Like the creepiness, the like blood red of the surroundings with like the vines that are like this sickly green and maybe even a twinge of blue somewhere. And there it is, all marled together. So this is like the upside down to me. And I love it. I love it. It has the same stats as the previous yarn that I just showed you. And hello, they're like polar opposites, aren't they? See, I told you my color palette choice is just all over the place. All over the place. But I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked up 4 of these from Michael's because my store happened to have 4 of them. I had no plans to get these. None at all. I have 3 of them here at the house. Now I have 7 of them, which is an insane amount, but it is a good amount for stuff, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Like I said, to me, it's the upside down. That is everything that I got from the store. Now, at this point of buying this, I brought it home. I was like, oh, I could just do the video with that in the box. But I still had another bit of my order, and I had been waiting, and I have been waiting, and I've been waiting. And finally, the other day, I finally just contacted. Michael's has this wonderful, their support online, where you can just chat on the website, so you don't have to talk to a person, which for me, it's right up my alley when I am feeling very antisocial, and I have been lately. But they were like, would you like a refund or would you like us to reissue it? And I said, I'd really like you to reissue it. I would really like this yarn. And they did. No questions asked. Right away, the email came through saying that it's been processed already. And I even got my little paper for it, which I'm going to sit over here and hope there's no avalanche coming. But what I got in here, finally, were 3 more of the saltwater taffies. Because I can't just stop. I can't. They're so pretty, and I love them, and these are going to be total happiness for probably a blanket, but total, if I had a fiber, just like, it's going to land in your nose or mouth at some point here soon. Just get it out of the way. Anyway, so I had ordered 3 more of these lovely, lovely yarns. And then the other thing in the box is 2 more of the sunflowers. That brings my total up to 6 of these. Oh, it's ripped. That brings my total up to 6 of these. And that, I feel, is plenty for like the snuggle sacks that Samantha and I want to make. But imagine, again, if you've ever felt this, just being encompassed in this. Oh my gosh. I just might want to make like a hole so I can put it over my head too and just like peek out. I'm so excited about it. So anyway, so that is what I got from Michael's via mail order, via in the store. That is my Michael's haul. I know it's a bit like repetitive, but they're the yarns I've been like craving lately, to be honest. And I have another voucher, so I don't know what we're gonna get next time. We'll see, right? But yeah, let me know if you have used any of these or what your favorite one is that I showed you. I know I only showed you like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 different yarns, but let me know if you liked any of them in particular. Like I said, if you've used them. And before I let you go, I want to do one of Ellie's stitch markers. Miss Ellie Leva is the Ellie that I speak of, who, if you're familiar with me opening my stitch marker advents, Ellie has done all of those, and she does like themed, like holiday themes and such. This one, as you may tell by the beautiful Easter bunny foam here, has some glitter on it, is Easter. So I have been opening them slowly because I got it late, not because of Ellie, because of me. I got it like late in the game to be opening it. But here so far are the different ones. I love that mushroom so much. It is still probably my favorite. I love it. But we're on day 7. So we're going to open up day 7 really quick. Okay. And I will try to remember for this video also to put Ellie's information down below so you can take a look for yourself, like what she has coming and such, and get a hold of her should you want your own Stitch Marker advent calendars. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, this is cute. It kind of reminds me of those charms that are, I think they're usually like little glass cats that like almost like a Chinese or a Korean decorative. It's like that, but it's a bunny. Isn't that stinking cute? I love that. Oh my gosh, Ellie, you have outdone yourself with these. I bought the Easter ones hoping for like little bunnies, and I have not been disappointed. I don't think it's better than the mushroom, man. That mushroom is my favorite. I'm going to show you that up close. I love the mushroom. Isn't that adorable? All right. But that concludes this video. I am just going to let you go. Yeah, I guess if you see day 8, you know my other video came out first, but I intend this one to be out first. But all right, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.